Hello, in this session we're going to look at uploading your library site to the server. We had done this in class, and so this is just really a reminder on this. Um, what we can do here is the quickest way will be to FTP it up. The first thing you need to do, you have to back up everything. So I'll log in here as Brian. So you can see there I created a folder here on the on my drive with Brian, and there's my site. Okay. The next thing I want to do is I want to back up PHP myadmin, which was there. Remember we had done it on the local host, and all you do is click export. Okay. Again, if I click export here, it's going to export the whole database. But if I click on the actual field, the table itself, so I'll click on friends, and now I'll click on export, and it's just going to export that actual table. Okay, so I'm going to call it friends. Okay, D there. Okay, I'll zip that and click go. I'll save that directly into my. Okay, I'm going to save it into the folder Brian, but again, it can be saved anywhere. That's what we do there. Okay, so once I've done that, now I'm happy enough. I'll just go back to my. So there's everything backed up. Okay, so there's the actual site, and here's the friends table, which I've worked on. Now, the only difference between this having it on localhost and having it on the main site will be the connect.php. So remember, in connect.php, we had the whatever you had set there on the WAM folder. However, now we need to change this to the connections on the site itself. Okay, so if I open up this, just give a quick look. Okay, so here's my connect.php file. Again, the four variables are here. Again, on the server, it's going to be exactly the same, so localhost, that won't change. The user will change, so again, I'm putting it up into Brian's account, so the user will be Brian. The password is the same, yeah, that's correct, Bandit. And the database is also called Brian. Okay, and once I'm happy with that, so they're the actual variables required to get onto the live server. So I'm just happy enough. I'll close that and save it. Okay, so now the site is ready to go onto the server. Okay, so the first thing I'll have to do is set the database. So let's do that now. So I'll click on my server application here. So I'm inside PHP myadmin. Okay, let's look at how I got there. I'll just log out here. Okay, okay, to get to your, I'll just close that there, so I'll show you how I got to it. Okay, to get to your backend, again, remember we had a look at this in class. Your domain name, so yourname.x1.ie, full colon 778, 778, and the login screen will come in. Okay, so your username is your first name and your password, and click login. Okay, immediately when you log in, look at the icons there, and what you're looking for is PHP myadmin. So I'll click on that to open it up. And you can see there, don't worry about the information schema or test that the actual system is using now. But you can see there's a database created called Brian. Okay, again, when you log into yours, you'll see your first name database already created. So I'll click on that. And as you can see there's no tables in it. Okay, now the beauty of having a backup is what we're going to do now is import the table we already saved earlier on. So if I click on import, and now it gives me a browse, so I'm going to browse, and I'm looking for friends.sql, and that's it. So I click on that, click open, and then come down here to the bottom right, and click go. Okay, sorry, it wouldn't allow to zip, so I'll have to unzip it first by mistake. I'll just go into here, and I'll just unzip that. 7-zip, it should be on the system there as well. Okay, so it's there. Let me try that again. Okay, just browse to that. This time it's unzipped. And click on friends.sql. Click open and click go. Okay, so you'll get this message: import has been successfully finished. 7 queries executed, and there you can see the friends table. And if I just click on that, you can see there's friends ID. So it saves you putting all that stuff in again. Okay, if you had any inputs there, they'd also come over as well. Okay, the next thing I need to do is put the site up onto the server. And what I'm going to use for this is FileZilla. And I have this program here called FileZilla. I'll just open it up. Open. Okay, here we are. Again, this is an open source program, very easy to use. What's here on the left is what's on my computer, and what's here on the right is what's on the server. Okay, so to log in, just open Site Manager. You'll probably have nothing there at the moment. Let me just create that again. Under My Sites, just too many here open. So let's under My Sites, just pick New Site. Okay, give it a name. Okay, the host will be brian.x1.ie. Okay, it'll be a normal login. The username is brian.x1.ie. So that's the username. It's also the host, and the password is Bob. Okay, and I'll click connect. Okay, now if you have any stuff in there, you can just delete it out. The only thing to leave there is the CGI bin. Don't touch that at all. And now that's what we're looking at on this side is on the server, and what we're looking at here, this side is my local host or my own machine. So you can see there I created a folder called Brian. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything up. No need for me to put the database there because that's already done. Okay, so all I have to do is put up the images and all the PHP pages we created. So I'll click upload there, and you can see there it's going from my machine over to the server. Okay, you can see a progress down here at the bottom. Okay, and now what you want to do is come back here and click on your URL, so brian.x1.ie, and click refresh. Okay, you can see there. Now if I check that things are working, if I click add friends, show friends, okay, no there at the moment, so let's so show logs, okay, 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 so that's adding, so click show friends, and Mr. Job logs, latest friends, and Mr. Job logs. So you can see there, the only difference between the local host I'm using WAMP and the server would be the changes made here that we made in connect.php, this one here. So if connect.php is correct, if everything was working perfect on localhost with WAMP, okay, and you uploaded it then to the server and it wasn't working correct, this is the only file. Okay, this is the only file you need to go near. Okay, so just check your variables on that. Okay, thanks very much.